Early morning video request that I'm going to do real quick as I'm waiting for my oatmeal to get cooked in the hot water. Oh, there we are. That's how the hair should look. So, so Andy Sullivan goes, "Hi Kyle, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Had insomnia last night. But the next video request, can you please talk about some of your favorite types of candy and the reason why? Thanks and have a nice day." I'm a total candy eater. I'm a hardcore candy eater. Like when I get the munchies and stuff, sometimes I get potato chips, but I'm mainly a sweets guy. And I've eaten tons of candy. Like my teeth are just totally chipped and stuff from melting away from the candy. My favorite are the Nerds. Over at Walmart, you can get the giant packets of Nerds. And there's lots of different ways to eat them. You can put them in your mouth. See, they're really little so that they provide a whole lot of flavor, because there's all that surface area that's getting melted away. And the outside layer is really tangy, and it tastes really good. And then the sugar, it's a little bit other sweet taste, so it's kind of like you get two different tastes mixed in. And then you can chew it, which I always do, and then which makes it even more flavorful. And it's just it's something that can, you spend $1 on it and it can last. Nerds can last a long time. Nerds last longer. Like when you go in that dollar bin at Walmart and buy stuff, the Nerds last longer than the other ones because there's just more of them. So like when you pick them up, like I lick my finger and then I would like put my finger down and then I get like 5 of them and I just like, I just like to like suck on them and play with them in my mouth and stuff. Because so if you have like Gobstoppers, you don't have as many and, you're just going to run through them quicker. I like Gobstoppers though too, because they have the multi-layered candy. My favorite candy company is Willy Wonka. They have Gobstoppers, Nerds. I think they're the ones who do like Laffy Taffies. I like Laffy Taffy too, because you can like bite off a little end of it, like a ½ inch or whatever, or an inch, and just like put it on the roof of your mouth and then just like kind of lick it and stuff, and that'll last longer too. It's not something that you're gonna chew and it's gonna be gone. So I'd say first Nerds, second well, that's a hard one. Sweet Tarts. I'd say second Sweet Tarts. I'm going on like the frequency that I bought this stuff. I like Sweet Tarts because they're tangy. I like stuff that's tangy and sweet. The kind of stuff that'll give you canker sores on your tongue, and I actually like getting canker sores because then I stick my finger inside of my tongue, my fingernail, and you can stick fingernails all the way in your tongue. Like you can get a fingernail that's ½ a centimeter long and stick the entire thing in your tongue, like drill a hole through that canker sore, and you make the canker sore really big, and you can make it last like a few days, or you could have like multiple canker sores, and So in Sweet Tarts, you can suck them in your mouth, and they get really soft, and then they can kind of melt away, and then when that happens, you get a flavor explosion. They can last a while because you can kind of suck on them, and they hang out before they get soft. And I like the candies that you spend $1 and you're sucking on it for an hour because it's kind of like I treat candy the way a lot of smokers treat cigarettes. Like they just want something to do with their hands, or they want something to do, or they're fidgety, and they just so that it's a cool little extra thing to occupy yourself with. It's not going to get in the way of the other activities that you're doing. I like to do. I crave candies and stuff when I'm really high. When I'm not high, I don't really crave it. I'd say first Nerds, second Sweet Tarts, third. Hell, I'll go Gobstoppers, but. No, third probably Laffy Taffy, 4 Gobstoppers, if that's what they're called. I think that's what they're called. 5 Skittles. Skittles are good because they're, I don't know who makes Skittles, but they're just, good flavor. You can suck on them and they all come together as like one big Skittle if you have a lot of little Skittles, and you can mold it to the roof of your mouth and kind of treat it like it's Laffy Taffy. And of course you have the 2 different textures. You have the hard shells and then the gooey inside. So I like it when they have multiple textures too, because you can crack it and you can try to taste the shell and that kind of stuff. When I was a little kid, I was the kind of kid who would like separate my peas from my corn, you know? When I would eat popcorn, I'd eat it like one kernel at a time. I'm like a cat. I'm like a Japanese person when it comes to eating, or at least I used to be. And so, that's how I like to try to eat the nerds even like individually and stuff. Just take my time with it. Yeah, chocolate too is good. Sometimes when I'm really high, you can get chocolate. You can get chocolate pretty cheaply at Walmart. Chocolate, but when I was a kid, like whenever to get ice cream and stuff, I'd always choose the chocolate, and then I kind of faded out of that. I'm not chocolatey anymore, as much as I used to be. Now traveling around the world, Mentos. I like Mentos. Those are good. I think they're like good for like, aren't they also made for like good breath or something? But they're candy. And you don't get them so much in America, but they're the most popular candy all over the world. I like the places with the candy bins with the really expensive candies. That's the best. That's the best thing. They've got, oh my God. I went into, and they love candy in Sweden. They're all about candy. Like every convenience store you go into. I remember in Stockholm, I went to a convenience store. It was a 7-Eleven. And they had a whole wall dedicated to the candy. It was like a candy store with all the little bins and stuff. And whew, expensive as hell. But I was like, oh. Yeah. So yeah, all those fancy candies are good too. Even if they're expensive, you get a little bit of. Oh, Runts, dude. Runts. For Willy Wonka, I'd have to put Runts up there number 2, right behind the Nerds, dude. Because I love Runts because they just taste really good. Like the different flavors, you have apple, cherry, strawberry, banana. They all taste different. And I love, like with Skittles or M&Ms or whatever, sure, there's different colors, but you can't taste the actual difference. But like with Runts, they're brilliant. They actually made them taste like the bananas actually taste like bananas. And the apples taste like a nice, fresh Granny Smith apple. That's amazing. It's really cool. So anyways, those are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head, but, I'm sure there's others around the world that I liked, but I like those ones the most. I think those are all Americans. I guess American candies. And that's all I can. That's about that. Peace out. I don't like candies that's too rich though. Like Reese's Pieces and stuff. I don't like treating candy like it's food. I like treating candy like it's a toy for my mouth. Okay, peace out.